Hi, it's Marcus here, and in today's video I'm going to be answering a very important question which I'm assuming almost everybody will want to know, which is, especially right now in this crisis, what is the one coin, if I had to choose out of all the cryptocurrencies, what is the one coin I would be investing in? And it is not Bitcoin. Okay, so make sure that you do subscribe so that you don't miss out on any of these videos, because I'm going to be making several a week now with lots and lots of information to make sure that you're profitable. So please don't miss out. Please subscribe now. Okay, so coming back to the video. So I've really thought about this. Like, what are all the different coins? There are 3,000, 4,000 different coins. I'd probably only consider about, what, 20 of them? But if I had a choice of just one, what would you do? I mean, just before I tell you, just make sure that you do comment below. What do you think the one coin is? Because I really thought about this. I'm sure a lot of people, go ahead and write now. I'm sure a lot of you are going to write things like, well, it's got to be Bitcoin, right? The original blockchain 1.0. It's got to be. It's the safest. It's been there for 11 years. It's the one that is worth what? I'm going to mention a price now, but it's going to change as and when you see this video. But let's say $8,000 per Bitcoin. You know, people are calling it, it's the one that's going to be, like a store of value, the new liquid gold. Because of course, you can send it everywhere, you can store it easily, you can cut it up into 100 million pieces, which is called one Satoshi, 100 millionth. So, it makes sense that it is Bitcoin. But I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking, well, it's a good one, but there are many, many others. So what about blockchain 2.0? What about Ethereum, for example? What about blockchain 3.0? What about things like EOS? What about Cardano? See, I've been thinking about it. ADA, Cardano, they haven't really done much. They launched the mainnet, and now what? EOS building its own, kind of ecological system where all these other people are building their applications. Yeah, they're good. What about things like Qcoin or Binance Coin? So the coin of an exchange, because it keeps getting used. And Binance Coin, that is, made me the most money in 2019, percentage-wise. And because every time they use it, they'll burn a part of it, right? So that means you've got... Oh, that's another reason, by the way, people like Bitcoin, right? Because of scarcity, because there's only 21 million ever going to be made, right? So there's all these reasons. And Binance, the same thing. There's a certain amount, and they'll burn one every single time. But you know what? Thinking about and then there's all these others, thinking about the risk-reward ratio. If you were to invest, and there was just one coin, Marcus, I've got to think about what's the upside. I've got to think about that, right? But I've also got to think, probably first, I've got to think, what's the downside? So we can go through all these, and take a punt on something, but you want to know what is the one coin. And so if I really had to choose, if you really, really forced me, listen, by the way, I'm giving you lots of time to comment below. What do you think it is? I'm going to give you another few seconds. Come on, 3, 2, 1. Don't be shy. Just comment below just to see whether, like a game, whether to see you've got it. It's got to be, drum roll, it has got to be Ethereum. It's got to be Ethereum. Why? Several factors. Why? Because it has a transaction per second 3 times more than Bitcoin. And you know what? Once usage and mass adoption comes, that's so important. But even that, let's say it has 15 transactions per second. We need more. Okay? So what is happening in Q2? Well, Ethereum, which is building the world's computer, is launching Ethereum 2.0. So it's having a massive upgrade. And there's always something. It's got to be about the leadership. Vitalik Buterin, this dude, he's somebody that you don't want to bet against him. And he is going for, not immediately, but 1 million transactions per second. Is he going to do it in the next upgrade? Probably not. Is he going to do it one day? I would not bet against him. Thirdly, I would say that one of the reasons is that they're moving away from proof of work to proof of stake. So you can actually stake your coins, and what that means is that you'll receive approximately 3 to 6% a year. Now just think about that. you're going to receive 3 to 6% returns on the coins that you've invested. How many people do you think are going to look at their bank's account and say, well, how much am I getting here? 0.5%? Nothing? I'm paying the bank and I can get 3 to 6%. How many of you think that a few people might be buying Ether and getting into Ethereum? I think quite a few people. Okay. Now, the fourth reason, and this is in no particular order at all, is the number of applications that are using Ethereum. Because remember, it has smart contracts on it. What that means is that you're able to code the actual tokens. They're not just bits of Ether. You can actually program it so it's usable in a way that Bitcoin at the moment just isn't. Okay. Now, the number of applications, we know that in 2017, even 2018, the number of ICOs, the initial coin offerings that were using Ethereum was massive. Okay, so there's so many of these applications or decentralized applications, so DApps as they're called, dApps some people call them, but they're actually DApps, that are on there that are being used. And if you think about this, look at the trend. You might say, yeah, but EOS is taking a lot of those, Tron is taking a lot of those. Yes, but if you look at the big boys that are coming in, the incumbents, people like JP Morgan, woo, with their JP Morgan coin, guess what they're using? It's based on Ethereum. So that seems to be the trend. So all in all, weighing everything up, although I do like Binance Coin, I do like EOS, and I do like Cardano, and I do like Bitcoin, of course. My money has to be, if there was one coin, it has to be on Ethereum. Went up to 1,400 at the height of 2017, and now it hovers at around the $100 to $200. So that's the one for me, because it's just got that risk-reward ratio. So I hope you found that very, very useful indeed, and certainly you learned something. If that's the case, please make sure that you subscribe now. Just hit the subscribe button to make sure you never miss out on these kind of videos, because I am going to be giving you a lot of, I'm not going to say tips, tricks and techniques, but yes, that's the kind of thing that I'm going to be doing over the next few weeks that you can implement immediately. So make sure you do that. And if you learned something, please do hit the like button. I'll be really, really thankful that you did. So see you on the next video.